Check mic 1, 2.
There we go. Okay. We're in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and this is the 6th DimWit Debate. Today we got returning champ Craig going up against Ray. Good to have you both back, both seasoned debaters. You both know the rules. 5 rounds. Following each round, we take it over to our tribunal, who will give thoughts and vote for a winner for that round. Best 3 out of 5 wins the whole thing, right? Before we get into the main topics, we're going to go around, meet our dimwits, meet our tribunal, and everybody's going to get a warm-up question. You guys all ready for your warm-up question?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Craig back. Now that you're returning as a champ, here's your warm-up question. If you had the power to create any law you wanted that would result in immediate arrest, what do you choose?
I would have to choose. The law would have to do with traffic, I think.
Okay.
So I got to think about this a little bit. So if you are swerving in and out of the lanes in traffic on the highway, major highways, Turnpike, 42, whatever. If you're swerving in and out of lanes, I feel like you got to do at least 10 years in prison.
10 years in prison.
Caught. 10 years.
10 years for swerving out of lanes.
That would be, if I was New Jersey governor, 10 years if you were swerving in it. Because I feel like you're using a weapon on the road, and it's just very dangerous. So.
All right. If you're swerving and you're near Craig, that's 10 years.
10 years.
Going over to Ray. Ray, it is so nice to see you back.
It is great to be here again.
Thank you for being here again. How you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Pretty good, pretty good.
You ready to jump into your warm-up question?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right, Ray. Which cereal mascot is most likely to walk into a bar and score a threesome? We got Captain Crunch, Count Chocula, or Lucky the Leprechaun?
I'd say Lucky the Leprechaun. He's out. He said Lucky. That's the name is in there. He's a lucky charm. Of course, he's going to walk in then get lucky.
Okay, we are going with Lucky the Leprechaun from Lucky Charms. Thank you, Ray.
Well, I was thinking like a little scarf, walk into a gay bar for sure.
All right, going over to our tribunal. First, we got Ryan. He's been here plenty of times. Not debating this time, voting this time. How's it feel to be voting and not debating?
It's been a little while. I'm going to see how it goes.
Cool.
You voted me champion. Remember that.
It's been a while for that, too. Bennett made a note that I feel like the Buffalo Bills get there, close, lose.
So we are going to play a game of Hall of Fame, Hall of Very Good, or Bust. All right? So there's going to be a bunch of different topics on here, right? And you're going to have to decide whether the thing on the screen is Hall of Fame worthy, Hall of Very Good worthy, or Bust, meaning neither. Sound good?
Okay.
So let's start with an easy one. In baseball, Mike Trout, Hall of Fame, Hall of Very Good, or Bust?
I mean, he's definitely not Hall of Fame. I feel like all the injuries hold him back from that, like early in his career. But you almost want to like talk about, is he a bust? I love Mike Trout, homegrown, South Jersey. I'm going to go Hall of Very Good though. I'll stick with that. But I want to put on the record that I was very borderline on bust and very good.
Wow. I would have said Hall of Fame.
Dude, I mean,
I don't think he's Hall of Fame.
Think about it. How much, like, what's he doing for the Angels with his injuries? It's the Angels' fault too, but I'm just saying, like, all the injuries he's had, it's kind of a bust.
But is he bust because he didn't live up to his potential? Not because of statistics, because I feel like statistically he's probably a good player, right?
Yeah, well, that's why
he's got the potential to be a Hall of Famer, but he didn't live up to the potential because he could have been like
he was at one point considered the top player in the MLB.
Exactly.
I'm going with very good.
But I understand the bust thing.
He's got 388 homers, and he's only 33.
Yeah, but he's also almost in a wheelchair at 33.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Ryan, next category. In television shows, Survivor. Is Survivor Hall of Fame worthy, Hall of Very Good worthy, or bust?
It's got to be Hall of Fame. Yeah. Think about how many seasons they have and, you know, how strong it is. And everybody every season that's watched Survivor. Nobody sits there. Nobody's ever sat through Survivor and said, I don't like Survivor. You either have watched it or you haven't. And if you've watched it, you love it. Everybody talks about it. Everybody raves about it. Hall of Fame.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Next category we got in restaurants. Five Guys. Hall of Fame, Hall of Very Good, or bust?
I mean, I'm not a big Five Guys myself. To say it's bust wouldn't even be fair because I think when I've had it, it's good. But Hall of Fame, not even. I'm gonna go with bust. I think it's too expensive for what it is. It's the reason why I don't go there that often. There's nothing special about it. I'm gonna go with bust.
Okay, he's going bust. In songs, The Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani. Hall of Fame, Hall of Very Good, or bust?
I mean, that's a jam. Nobody's gonna deny that.
Hall of Fame?
I'm going with Hall of Very Good though.
Hall of Very Good, fair enough. And lastly, in life choices, getting high on weed. Hall of Fame, Hall of Very Good, or bust?
Come on, dog.
That's for sure.
It's the Hall of Fame.
All right, so thank you, Ryan. Warm-up question complete. Going over to Kelly, who is dating one of the debaters, so there might be some controversy here. Ray.
Oh, okay.
Kelly, we are going to play a game of someone random or someone sinister. It's very simple. Photo's going to appear on the screen, and you have to determine whether they are a Facebook friend or a convicted murderer.
Facebook friend of whom?
Of me.
Okay.
Okay. First guy we got.
Facebook friend.
That is indeed a Facebook friend. Colin, our researcher today, that is his brother.
Oh my God.
All right, how about this guy?
Murderer.
Murderer?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to throw you off, but that is the Devil of the Ozarks. His name is Grant Hardin. He's an ex-police chief and a convicted killer who escaped from an Arkansas prison.
Dang.
It's actually impressive. I see the center blocks in the back.
I thought
I'm thinking he's like
school.
teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm thinking he's a teacher. Like,
Yeah.
You're
Try to throw you off
You
a
don't know
little
my
bit.
national
It's going to be
pastime.
hard to stump her with this shit.
And lastly, we got this fellow.
Ah, this is a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Yeah.
Facebook friend.
That is Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez, an illegal immigrant charged in the killing of a Hartford County mother.
Wow.
Truly.
Baby.
and also
That's
Eric's
tricky.
friend on Facebook.
And my friend on Facebook, yes.
Both.
Really sorry about that one.
All right. Lastly, we have pregnant Amalea. How you doing?
Still pregnant.
8 months pregnant?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I
know.
bet you miss a lot of things that you can't do pregnant, like maybe boozing a little bit.
I do, yes.
So let's take it back a little bit.
All right.
What is the best hangover meal? Not food. We're looking for meal.
I definitely am like a diner breakfast person. French toast, because you gotta sop up like all the liquor. You need some carbs, and I just love French toast. Hash browns. Strong coffee.
Strong coffee.
And like maybe like I don't know. I feel like sometimes I wake up and I eat like a couple little leftover Sour Patch Kids, and then I have my diner food. So.
Where's that Bloody Mary at?
I'm not a huge Bloody Mary fan, so nah, just
Okay.
a
Not
strong
lot of diners are
coffee
doing
and
the Bloody
call it.
Marys, though. There's a couple that do the Bloody Marys, I
Yeah.
think. I don't think all diners do the Bloody Marys.
Not all.
Nah.
Nah.
But I'm hungry now because you're talking about food.
And doesn't that sound so good?
That does sound good. I'm a
Really
big
good.
French toast guy too. So.
I would eat that up right now. I would eat it up not hungover.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for your warm-up questions. Very, very well answered. You guys ready to move on to the debates?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's move in to round one.
Fight.
A lot of drama going on in the Republican Party with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Once very, very close friends have quickly turned foe. So our question is, if Trump and Elon got a divorce, who gets the kids? Craig, we're going to start with you.
All right. I feel like everybody knows my stance on Trump. I like Trump. I voted for Trump, and I feel strongly about most of his ideas. I feel like he's a good candidate for the Republican Party. But if you're talking about this make-believe thing where you have a scenario where Elon and Trump have kids together, then I gotta think, well, who would really win the war in court, right? So in court, Donald Trump has lost a lot. So I feel like, I don't know how many cases he's lost. So I feel like that goes against him. So I would have to say Elon because he's lost a lot in court.
Okay.
The other part to this, because there's a second thing, is that typically if you're talking about who is the woman and the man in this situation, right? And I feel like Elon is more womanly than Trump. So because of that, the courts are more in favor of the woman when it comes to child support and stuff like that. And I'm just saying.
Okay.
No offense. It's just who's getting the kids? It's probably Elon.
So you're saying Elon.
Yes.
Okay, Ray?
All right. Okay, so I kind of agree on a lot of what he said, though, because Elon is a little on the soft side. He was the one that had the crush on Trump and whatnot, the man crush on Trump. I would say Trump, because this is the debate, and we have to go opposites on this one. So I would say Trump, and you're right. He has lost a lot, pretty much every case in court, but he's always won them on appeal. So I say Trump because he will win on appeal. And from the looks of it, Donald Trump has like the best raised kids in, ever. I mean, like his kids are all straight, no drugs, no controversies, no nothing and whatnot.
Look,
and I think the court will recognize that 100% and he would get him.
Beautiful. Gentlemen, please debate it out.
I know I would have to agree with that somewhat. And I was saying, but just because his kids are very successful kids, I don't even know. I know that Elon's kid was in the White House and talking shit to Trump, like picking his nose and stuff like that.
One of his 10 kids.
I'm actually supporting his case for Trump's kid.
Plus, didn't Elon Musk get caught like leaving his kid behind in an arena?
I just think that Elon. First of all, let's think about it this way: who has more money? That's a good question too, because if you have more money to throw at the problem,
Elon, Elon is had the richest man in the world.
So
he swallows Trump in money.
Yeah, and Trump has lost a lot of his money because of these elections, so he's probably more depleted. Not winning the court case, like not for nothing. I'm rooting for Trump to get the kids. So I know he's not going to get the kids.
All right, cool.
I'm a betting man.
So we got a very agreeable debate for round one. I like that. Good job. We're going to take it now to our tribunal, who will vote for a winner. So we have Craig going for Elon, and we have Ray going for the Trump. All right. Ryan, what are your thoughts? Who are you voting for? Who won this round?
I'm glad you reminded me on who had who, because the whole time I'm like, wait, who are you arguing for? Okay.
It's very tough.
Listen, this is tough. Elon, he's got quadruple the money Trump has. Court cases, totally agree. Trump has not done well. He has mastered the appeals, but that doesn't. I feel like that doesn't apply as much in a divorce.
And the civil courts,
Yeah.
I agree.
So with that said, though, I gotta go with the Donald. Come on,
Man,
I'm sorry, Craig, but
okay. Look, it's
you
all
know,
right.
Kelly, we got one vote for the Donald. You could end it right here, or we could tie it up and take it to our tiebreaker.
He's going Donald.
It's the Donald, 100%. Look at his kids. Elon's got 8, 9, 10.
Don't know.
I think he's in court for something else right now with some kid. Absolutely not. The Don, 100%.
Where are Elon's kids? Nobody knows.
Wow.
Nobody
Wait,
knows.
he has multiple sets of kids.
So that's what I'm saying. So he can't even keep track of his current kids. How's he going to add more?
All right, Ray takes round one. You guys ready for round two?
Round two.
All right. EA Sports has made some pretty awful games in the last decade. But if EA Sports made it...
Can I interrupt?
Go ahead, sure.
I play NHL on EA. That's a great game. The 2025 version.
I actually did buy that. If EA Sports released a new Xbox game called Douchebag Asshole 2025, who would be on the cover? Craig, I believe we started with you last time, so we're going to start with Ray this time. Who's your pick?
I'd say it would have to be Gavin Newsom from California, because that guy is like a real piece of you-know-what. If you look at California right now, for the past 8 years, I guess, it's been nothing but a shit show there. He's destroying everything. That's where mainly all the dot-commers and the gamers are over there trying to make video games great, and he's just like sitting on that on everything. So I'd say Gavin Newsom.
So due to bad governorship, you're going Gavin Newsom
Gavin
on the
Newsom.
cover of EA Sports Douchebag Asshole 2020.
Yeah, and then add the twist, that he's such a heavy leftist liberal, and anti-constitution. Yeah, he's definitely
a douchebag, 100%.
100%. Yeah.
This is a very agreeable debate. I'm loving this. Craig, who's your pick?
You know what? I was gonna say LeBron James, but I'm going.
That's a good.
I do not like LeBron James because he thinks he's better than Jordan. But I'm gonna go with another one.
Okay.
In left field, I'm gonna go with Taylor Swift. Because I don't know why the hell she has to interrupt my sports. She's all up in the club box trying to get votes, trying to be like that. You already like a pop star. Like, I don't need you messing up my Super Bowl. I don't need you taking away from my time enjoying my sports. And not only that, she's totally douchey because she was an Eagles fan, and now all of a sudden you're a front runner being a Chiefs fan. I don't like that. 100% douche.
Debate it out.
I got nothing for that one. He did really good on that. He's absolutely right.
We got two pretty clear douchebag assholes, right?
Yeah, two very much bad, But but his is actually right, Taylor Swift did switch up on everybody, and
I don't think Gavin Newsom deserves to be on the cover of Madden just because it's not sports related. She does because she's interrupting my sports, so she's douchey.
Yeah,
interesting. Cool. All right, let's take it over to our tribunal to vote for a winner right here. Kelly, we're going to start with you this time. Who wins this round?
I mean, Taylor can't help it. Who she falls in love with, and that they want to show her every 5 seconds on the
I
screen.
knew she was going against me.
And Gavin is a douchebag. I can't vote for Taylor. Gavin.
All right, one vote for Gavin Newsom. Ryan, thoughts?
I just want to make a note. I have an honorary mention. Angel Reese.
I was going to say Angel
if you had said LeBron, I would have been all up in that. But.
Yeah, Angel Reese,
LeBron. You should have stuck with LeBron. He was great.
But as far as the votes go, listen, I agree. Gavin Newsom, douchebag. We were in LA a year ago, and man, that's trash over there. Getting over to West Hollywood, you don't even feel like you're in what they.
I mean,
it's terrible. But anyway. I'm going with Taylor Swift. Craig, couldn't agree more. I'm
Yeah.
trying to watch the birds. Stop paying it to her, douchebag.
Messing up my time.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going Taylor.
Taylor Swift.
All right, that leaves us with our tiebreaker, pregnant Amalea.
Yeah.
Who are we choosing?
I'm going to try and not make this about my personal vendetta against Taylor Swift because I just, can't stand her. But I do think that the sports tie-in kind of put me over on the Swiftie side there, so I'm going to
talking
say
about.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So you're voting for Taylor
I'm
Swift.
voting for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
All right, we are tied. Moving into round number 3. Ray with 1, Craig with 1. What is the best gangster movie of all time? Ray, we started with you last. Craig, you're up.
I gotta go with Goodfellas. It's such a classic. It's one of those movies that you could watch on any platform, right? With commercials, you could pick it up during any scene, right? And you're like, oh, I'll watch the rest of it. It has all the best actors, right? It's got De Niro, it's got Pesci, it's got some of the cast members from Sopranos, right? They pulled some of these people that made their livings, right, from that movie. I can't remember who directed it. Was it Scorsese?
Scorsese.
Yeah, Scorsese. But definitely raw. Definitely a good gangster flick. It was a good movie. Yeah, it was something that you could watch and enjoy. So I'm definitely appreciative of that movie, and I feel like it's probably one of the top 5 movies of all time or top 10 movies of all time. So
Cool.
that's why I would say that movie.
Ray, what is your choice?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that stuff. I love The Goodfellas. That was definitely a good movie. Make a great argument with that. You know what? I have to go with The Godfather. The Godfather, the movie. I like that was one of my choices right there with Goodfellas, but I'm gonna have to go with The Godfather because The Godfather. And as much as I love The Goodfellas, there was no Goodfellas Part 2 and Part 3 and Part 4. That's why Godfather has so many parts to it. It was intense. It was amazing. It had Al Pacino in it, Marlon Brando, and so many iconic names there. And that's like, I think when you think about a mobster movie, everybody goes to The Godfather. I think the mother of all Godfather movies or mobster movies, I would say.
Okay.
And yeah,
I got a follow-up question to that. What is the best moment of each of your movies? Craig, what is the first moment that comes to your head?
I mean, everybody knows this moment. The funny like a clown moment.
funny like a clown. Funny how?
Funny how? Funny like a clown. I mean, that's just like, it's like epic. It's like you really were like worried for, if you watched that movie for the first time, you were worried for Ray Liotta's life. And I feel like that's how you would depict how somebody would be sitting around a table in a gangster role, and how they might make a joke on somebody, if you were in the family or something.
Sure.
Like that. Yeah.
Sure, I love that. Best moment of The Godfather.
For The Godfather, I have to say, what did you do to get that movie producer to do to give him the deal? He said, I made him a deal he couldn't refuse.
Classic, iconic.
No.
Anything else you have to say about either one of your movies?
No, I feel like this is a good debate.
Incredibly
I would
good.
argue his side too.
Yeah, and
So
Goodfellas
friendly.
is, oh man, I could watch Goodfellas 100 times. And
I don't care if I lose. This is a good
Cool.
debate.
me too, yeah. It's like,
Well, let's take it to the
I'll
tribunal.
totally lose to Goodfellas.
Yeah, let's take it over to the tribunal, who will decide a winner for this round. Ryan, we'll start with you. Goodfellas or Godfather?
You come to me, my daughter's wedding, asking me for a favor. That was another good one.
That was epic. Yeah.
I'm going with Goodfellas. Goodfellas is a top 5 movie.
He does that a lot. He primes the pump. And then he's like, yo, I want to go to opposite.
I got to stick with it. Goodfellas.
Thank you,
Yeah,
by
there
the
you
way,
go.
for your vote.
Cool. All right, so we got one for Goodfellas. Kelly?
I remember being younger and watching The Godfather and thought it was amazing. But then I saw Goodfellas and I was like, holy shit. Goodfellas 100%.
Yeah.
Goodfellas
Yeah.
wins this one. Craig with the round, but we will take it to Amalea. Anything interesting to say about either one of these movies?
I was just saying, The Godfather, I feel like is more culturally like quotable, relevant, but Goodfellas is a great movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's a good
I don't
take.
know. I don't know if I could pick.
That's a good take.
Round 3 goes to Craig, who is now up 2-1, going into game point for Craig. Round 4. Hooters, Red Lobster, TGI Fridays, all filed for bankruptcy in the last year. Our question is, which restaurant should be put out of its misery? I believe we started with Craig last time, so Ray, you are up. Who are you choosing? Which restaurant chain needs to be put out of its misery?
Arby's.
Wow.
Arby's needs to be put out of its misery. There's like 3 there's 1 in Jersey, I think, left, and it's in Willingboro. And yeah, that's about it. Those people are hanging on for dear life there. I think they should be put out, even though their food is pretty good. They, surprisingly, their stuff is pretty good, but they're just, yeah, they need to go.
Great. Thank you, Ray. Craig, who are we
This
going
is
with?
where we're going to disagree, my friend. Arby's is delicious. Their horsey sauce with their curly fries. I could be their spokesperson. I mean,
Can't
Where-
even eat
All right, Arby's, you got one fan.
yeah. Where's the beef?
Frank's actually the one keeping them
Yeah,
around.
where's the beef? And you heard that commercial, that deep ass voice. You know you want to go get a roast beef sandwich. No, but not for nothing, man. There's an Arby's in Marlton. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, there is.
right off of Green Tree Road.
Arby's
Come
in
on.
Bedford too.
I'll
There's a
take
bunch.
you there if you want, and you'll love that food. They have roast. They have like dollar sandwiches, roast beef with cheddar. They got the jalapeno, and they got chicken too. But let's understand, even though they might have less stores around, they're not the worst franchise that we need to get rid of. We need to get rid of Subway. That shit is so nasty. I feel like you can see the film on top of all the deli cuts that they have. You have that dude what's his name? Garrett, whatever.
Jared.
Garrett.
Yeah, but Subways,
Got-
the
got
Subways are like in every airport and whatnot, everywhere.
Yeah,
And
dude, I'm not eating from
those guys,
Subway
you can't.
ever.
They're
Definitely
not-
a staple.
Yeah,
they're
there's-
definitely a staple.
You
There's
know
way
you
too
found,
many of
you
them.
found ants in your sandwich with a Subway.
I don't particularly like Subway,
100%.
but they're
Yeah.
everywhere, and it's like, they're not like out of their misery type of thing.
I'm
I would
just
say
saying, you want
Arby's.
to eat bad food.
Arby's is like hanging on, like at the edge, trying
Let's
not
ask
to
the
fall
judges.
off.
Who would you rather have a foot long hoagie from Subway or trust Arby's? I'd trust Arby's.
Okay. Ray?
I'd say get rid of the guy that's like, the foot long is there and it's gonna be there for a really long time, and they have like a lot of. To each his own on what you like. Anyway, that's to taste their different colors, and I know people that love those foot long whatnot and everything. That food is not really as bad, you would say, but they are very popular, and a lot of people do like that.
Okay.
They like the choices, and you can make your own sandwich or whatever and pick however you want it or whatever. But Arby's is like almost dead. Like they're they have like no chains anywhere anymore left. You know what I'm saying? It's known that they're like
And
out.
Subway,
almost out.
I think Subway is. I think there's more Subway locations
You
than
asked
McDonald's.
but you asked if
I say
what
put
we
Arby's
should get
out
rid
of
of.
their,
Right?
out of their misery and start.
Which
something
one should be
fresh.
put out of their misery? So that's a pretty broad question. There's a lot of different angles you can go on.
I'm
Right.
going to go to the judges with this because I would say if you vote for Subway judges, then you vote for Garrett.
Jared.
Jared.
All right, taking it over to our tribunal. It could end right here. Ryan, what you thinking?
I might be the unpopular opinion here, but I actually kind of like Subway.
Bullshit.
Haven't had it in a little while, but they have that sweet onion sauce. Get Italian hoagie, get that on there. It tastes pretty good.
I
Honey
seen a
oat
Subway
sandwich-
in Walmart one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ray, Arby's is all over the place. What are you talking about?
No, but
Dude,
it's
in
already.
Bedford. I think there's.
They had them on
like,
101.5
38.
about how they're like not them, like
They're
there's not many
struggling.
left.
And
It's-
to
it's
that
a-
point, I've been to Arby's to the point of how Subway always looks gross. Like, I don't mind the grossness. I just want to eat. If it still tastes good, I'll ignore like the roaches that are crawling around it. But Arby's is clean. I go into Arby's. It's super clean. Like,
Very clean.
If there
It's
are
nice-
less
it's nice,
stores,
but they're
you're
on
doing
their
a
way
really
out.
good job to hang
Very
on
clean.
to that effort. I'm going to get rid of Subway.
Great. Kelly?
Yeah.
This is very easy for me. I like Arby's. I don't eat there very often. Subway, I do not know what their bread is, but it is not real. It smells weird. It tastes weird. There's just some funky something going on with Subway. And Jared was a pedophile. So Subway is out.
Amalea, any thoughts before we wrap
I mean,
this up?
I have to agree with this. There's also better sandwich
I don't know anything
places.
about Jared.
Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John. We don't like Jared.
Actually, a really good comparison. Like Arby's, like how many?
Did I
roast
wait?
beef
Is
fast
it
food places are there?
Jarrett
That's
or
what I'm-
Garrett?
Jared.
Okay, I keep
That's what
saying
I'm
Garrett.
saying. Like, there's other better sandwich places. You're not going to find exactly the same thing with Arby's, and they do have really good fries.
Yeah, curly
do
fries.
like
It,
that.
win,
It
it wins
shows
over the
also
judges.
that
The
you're
curly
supposed
fries.
to
Well, the
Spokesperson
food at
matters.
Arby's 100% wins, but they're like
Your
out. They're like on their
spokesperson
way out,
matters.
right? Put them out of their misery. That's it.
It took
They
you-
messed up.
Listen, it took years.
Yeah,
to get that
they
steak to get out of
messed
their
up is
hole,
right.
so.
Thank you, babe. This is where I needed you the most in the clutch.
Okay, so we have a winner. Craig,
Winner, Craig. You
you
win.
are now officially 2-0 on DimWit Debates. You are tied for the most wins of all time.
Hey.
Ray, thank you so much for coming back. You are definitely going to be back.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
On the
Hey,
break,
Ray.
we were talking about Quentin Tarantino movies. I think we'll have to do that one next.
Yeah, we'll have to do that
Yeah.
like next time. Yeah.
But thank you both. You guys are both awesome. Tribunal, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.
Sweet.
Arby's is delicious. Their horsey sauce with their curly fries. I could be their spokesperson. I mean, yeah, where's the beef? And you heard that commercial, that deep ass voice. You know you want to go get a roast beef sandwich.
Arby's, we have the meat.